Hey everybody, it's Samson. A three-legged dog walked into a bar. He goes, bartender, I'm looking for the guy that shot my paw. Oh, that's bad. Okay. What do you call a dog with no legs? It doesn't matter. He won't come anyways. All right. So I've killed enough time. Here's Melissa.
Word. What? I'm still trying to figure out the paw one. What?
Three-legged dog shot his paw, so they cut off his other paw. That's what. If you
Okay.
can't explain dog jokes to Melissa. All right.
Hey everyone, it's MK. Welcome back to MK Quilts. Boy, the boys are on a roll today. All right. Hey Laura. Laura from Oregon. So remember, you guys, as you jump on, let us know where you're coming to or coming to us from. We always love to see how far and wide we reach. Actually have some stories for you today, and it relates to kind of social media and my presence on social media in general. So wow, thanks everybody. You're jumping on like right on time. This is awesome. Aw, I love the hearts. Feeling the love. Feeling the love. Okay, well, we really have kind of a short list for you today, but Paul has some pretty important updates and some things to talk to you about. So let's go ahead with my short list, and then Paul is going to cover some things, and we'll show you what's on the frame for today. All right, so my story. Let me start out by telling you what a crazy busy day it's been. Oh my gosh, I was charging my phone. Why is it on 20%?
You'll last.
I'll last. Okay. So it's been a crazy busy day, but in a really cool, good way. So you guys, today was a day when Paul and Samson came to the studio to do some work. I had my friend Pam in studio. Pam is a gal who helps me here in the shop. She's learning how to quilt with Pro Stitcher to help me out. She's been helping me with my rental program, and she does sewing for me. She makes all my zippers, and she was here today, and so it was really like we were both trying to quilt. Paul and Samson were here, and all of a sudden, somebody comes unannounced. Okay, so it's a cool day here in Florida, so we had the door open. And this lady just comes walking in. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have an appointment, but I just drove an hour and 15 minutes because I found you online. And I'm a new Pro Stitcher owner and want to take some classes. Well, obviously I couldn't help her today, but we had a really super awesome chat. And she's coming back next week to do some private instruction with me. And I had a lady in studio, was it just yesterday, I think, who also was a referral to me, came for some private instruction. So you guys, you all have pretty much an open invitation to come and visit. Now, I will tell you that lady that came today, she kind of lucked out. I mean, it was just, she hit me at a right time. I was here. I was able to spend a little time with her. But that's not always the case. So please, you're always welcome. But please make an appointment to come ahead of time so that I know I'm here. And we can do training, or we can just visit, or I can show you around Tarpon Springs and Palm Harbor, whatever. But please call ahead, make an appointment. Okay, so let's see. That was just my story for today. Social media, you guys, it can really be a wonderful thing. And you know, in this day and age, there's a lot of things out there that you just kind of want to shut it off. But I stay true to my social media presence, and I stay on there because really, you all are watching me today because of this platform. And the distance that I've been able to reach through this group and just through my YouTube and my training and all of that, I mean, I couldn't be doing what I do really without this. So it's a very good thing in my world. Okay, a few updates about some orders that some of you all have placed and what we have going on still on the website. So first thing, any of you who are on our thread club, okay, remember the thread club, for those of you who are new, is 3 cones of Omni once a month. You get to pick your colors. It's free shipping and 10% off what Omni would normally be. If you're willing to wait till the end of the month and you have any other things you like to order, like maybe one of the new Glide 2 feet, or you know, little handy quilter gadgets, if you're willing to wait till the end of the month, we'll put your thread club in, we'll put all the other stuff that you want to order, you get the free shipping on that, and we'll just send it to you at the end of the month. Tomorrow is the day, if you're on thread club, to make sure you get your thread choices into us. Otherwise, if you don't let us know, I walk over to the little wall and I see what we have overstock and I put it in your box and I send it to you. Okay, so we want to make sure you get the right color. Okay, my secret drawers. You guys, I think that Handy Quilter had no real idea how big of an interest there was going to be in these secret drawers. So our first wave of those got delivered. We talked about it last week. Be careful with the install and all that. The second round of orders that have been coming in, Handy Quilter is telling us probably still not going to be shipping until the end of the month. So we appreciate your business on that. They are still on sale on our website. You can still order them. We're covering your shipping on that. We're going to leave that on sale probably through this weekend, I think is what we said. So hop on over there. The other thing that's still on sale on the website is the new tool tray number 2. The new and improved tool tray is on sale. Those are not ready for shipping yet, but we're allowing you to pre-order at a discount. And remember, if you are an owner with us, meaning you've bought a machine or a Pro Stitcher from us, you are getting an additional discount on those items. So reach out to us so we can give you a special code or tell you how we're going to handle it or whatever. But owners are getting even more of a discount than what we have listed on the website. Okay, so that's the tool tray and the Glide 2-foot. All of that still on sale, along with the drawers are still on sale on the website. Okay, before I turn it over to Mr. MK, I have to mention this, and I want to choose my words very carefully, but I'm hoping that I'm going to drive this point home. So just yesterday and today, there's been some posts out there in social media land, which we just talked about. And one of the posts was about this super rock bottom price on a system with Pro Stitcher. I am going to tell you right now, you will never ever see me on this feed saying anything negative about any retailer anywhere, okay? We have amazing retailers out there. I also will be the first one to tell you on this feed that I am going to give you and recommend to you caution about just finding some fantabulous price out there and mail ordering a system and having it show up on your doorstep just because you got a good price on it, okay? I think I'm probably preaching to the choir here that one of the reasons why we are being successful is because we back up what we sell with our training and our service. And you know what? The price for you guys is going to be what we feel we can do to do our best for you. But it may not be that rock bottom price that you're going to find out there on the internet, okay? So I ask you, and I'm just being completely honest, I ask you to really, really consider who you are buying these huge purchases from. And if you get a rock bottom price but you have no service and training after the fact, how good of a price was that? Okay, I think I'll just leave it at there. We appreciate your business, all of our owners from last year. We're going to be talking about that here in a few minutes, but use caution anytime. Please make sure that you're dealing with a reputable, and especially when you're adding on things to your machine, please make sure that you're dealing with Handy Quilter approved stuff, okay? Okay, that's that. Da, 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 da. Yes, yes. Okay, so I am going to turn it over to Paul right now. He has something to share with you. He kind of alluded to it last week, and then he has some topics on his list that he wants to update you on.
Okay. Can you take Samson?
Oh my gosh, can I hold Samson? I don't know. Will he come to me?
Oh, yeah. There you go, Sammy. You hold there, because I have...
Oh, my Sammy boy.
All right, now Melissa is the social media Facebook queen. I'm the king of the website. So, so far our survey that we've got going, I think we're up to almost 90% of Melissa's followers follow her on Facebook. But there's still that 10%, and trust me, I know there's more out there that just don't like doing a lot of technical stuff to begin with. But I maintain the website, as you can see here. And at the top here, we have, oh, what's this? This is a little award symbol that Handy Quilter has given us because we were one of their top tiered sales performers in 2018. And a lot of that's to you guys. I mean, we have had a terrific year. We're growing. We promise that we're going to make sure we keep the high standards that we have moving forward. Which brings us into this other window here. We will give our customers cash back via our store credits, let's call it store credits, for referrals. So if you have somebody that doesn't know about MK, you can get on here, put their name in. If they're looking at machines, if they decide to go with us, we'll pay you up to $500 in store credits. You know, so we're trying to give back as we do things. But we know you guys are already talking about us, but this is just another way to share that. So be aware of that. We are also looking for additional partners across the country that want to be sort of our reps, our support people, our installers, because we are starting to sell a lot more systems and needing to support people. We want to find the right people out there so that we can do it well. So those are my 3 things. Newsletters out, Omni Thread Club. So stopping at the website here too if you missed some of the Facebook things as well. And of course I will have links to videos on the website because I post them after she broadcasts them here. Now, don't you have like a tip of the week video coming?
I do. Is that all you got, Mr.
That's
MK?
all I've got.
Okay, whew, this Sammy I think needs to go on a diet.
Oh,
Sammy, I'm sorry, Sammy. Yes, so you guys, in 2019, we promised you kind of more of the same, obviously, with our live feeds, but I promised you a little something different, a little something new, and that I would somehow give you some sort of a tip of the week. It may sometimes be something that we'll do live during the live feed, or maybe sometimes it will be something that I do off camera. I get it all ready for you, and then we'll post it. So that's what I got for you today. I did all of the screen capture. I did my own little editing last night, and it is in the form of some simulation tips, okay? And so I'm going to post that immediately after the live feed, and then Paul will put that up on Facebook as well. So you guys, we were really humbled when we got that call about being in one of the top tiers for sales for Handy Quilter for 2018, because that was just affirmation for us that some of you who are watching right now trusted us enough to make your purchase with us, knowing that you were going to have us behind the deal and that you were going to get that training that you so, need and want and desire, and that you're going to have Mr. MK, if you have computer issues or if you have machine issues. And, one of the things, you guys, leading back to the social media, I see a lot of things on some of the boards, a lot of questions that come up, and I am willing to help. I pop in a lot, right? I pop in a lot with how to handle things, what to do, try this, try that. I'm just going to be quite honest with you. Some of those questions that are out there, you should be calling your dealer about that. But, we're here to help. We're here to help anybody. We adopt anybody. But for our owners, every one of our owners knows before we walk out the door with them, the first thing and the last thing we tell them is, if you have issues, if you have a problem, if you have a question, if you have just whatever it is, you call us. Before you go to social media and this is happening and you're upset and you're frustrated and whatever, you got to line to us when you purchase from us, okay? So thank you Handy Quilter, for that recognition, but mostly thank you for the people who bought from us in 2018. And we got deals coming in, deals closing, and so we're really, really looking for a great 2019 and looking to meet more of you. I'm going to be on the road this weekend here in Florida at the Villages, and just a reminder, more of my events are selling out, and I did add the event in Washington State. Now, that is Father's Day weekend, but we're just going to do Friday, Saturday. We'll be done. You can spend your time with the dads by Sunday, okay? And I've already had people signing up like that, like clamoring to get into that Washington State event, and that's going to be in the middle of June. Okay, so all of the details are up on the website. Okay, is that all you got, Mr. MK?
I'm done.
How about you, Samson? Samson needs a haircut so bad. Okay, so let me show you what's on the frames. And this is the first live feed where I get to show you 3 frames, right? We got all of the machines now up and running. Okay, but over here on McFinity, I got nothing. I got nothing over here because I just took Top Secret Quilt off the frame that I couldn't show you yet for my friend and designer, Deb Heatherly. So watch for that at some point in the future this year. Okay, over here on McForte, who is still for sale, by the way, if you want a good, lightly used machine. We have a charity quilt. As I mentioned, my friend Pam is a friend from Guild, and she brought that quilt. It's a charity quilt from my Guild, so she was getting some panto training over there. Okay, I'm walking over here towards McMara. There she is. You guys, I am loving this Amara. I've mentioned it before the last couple of weeks. I've never owned a smaller machine like this. And, well, let me show you first. On here is a cute little, it's going to be a pillow covering that matches a quilt that I finished. But my friend Pam, who was here today, she, like I, am a little bit shorter in stature. I'm 5'3", probably shrinking in height, not in, whatever. So she sometimes struggles with the gallery frame just because she's short. Even though I have the high-rise system on my frame, she struggles with that. The studio frame is such a great frame. The Amara, it's up close and personal enough. It's easy loading. It's still got a deep enough throat depth that you can really still do some nicely sized patterns and blocks. I'm in love with the Amara. I'm telling you right now. Okay, you guys, that's all we got for you. We still have some work here to do in the studio. I got to prep for my weekend, and yeah, it just doesn't stop. Keeps rolling along here at MK Quilts. Thanks for joining us today, you guys. Thanks for being followers, for all your support, for all your business. And until next time, from my studio to yours, happy quilting. Bye-bye, everybody. Watch for the tip. I'll post it as soon as I'm done here. Bye-bye.